Today is going to be a real treat because my friends at Wodagyu sent me some flat iron Wagyu steaks. I'm going to season up, grill up outside on the kettle. I'm going to pair those with some great horseradish mashed potatoes and a lemon balsamic caper sauce. You haven't cooked up Wagyu in a little while, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now, as I mentioned, these Wagyu Flat Iron Steaks were sent to me by my friends at Wodagyu. Wodagyu is a family-run ranch in Texas. All their beef is pasture-raised, hormone-free. They've been very kind in the past to send me these, and they also have a coupon code you can use if you want to order something. There'll be a link down in the video description with that coupon code, and go check them out. This has always been fantastic beef when they've sent it to me. And yes, it is definitely a treat. It's not cheap, but if you're looking for something special, these are really a nice way to go. So each of these is about 3/4 of a pound, and I am gonna season them up before we move on to getting our sauce and our potatoes ready, because we're gonna cook these last out at the grill so they come in nice and hot. And I'm just gonna be seasoning these with salt and pepper. Now, you could use kosher salt, a nice flaky sea salt. I'm using a birch smoked sea salt that someone gave me as a gift. It's really nice, has a nice little flavor to it. I'm just gonna generously sprinkle this on our steaks. And I know you're thinking, well, this is Wagyu, why do you need a sauce? Well, it's not a sauce you have to use. You can have it on the side. Just kind of dip your meat in it or even use it with the potatoes. But some people like to add sauce no matter what type of meat they have. Let's get some of our freshly cracked black pepper on here. As I mentioned, I'm doing this out on the kettle today, but I would normally do this in cast iron. So what I'm going to be using is the Arteflame Griddle insert. It's a carbon steel insert. I've used it in other videos. I really like it. More pepper on this side. I like a lot of pepper. I just want to shake some of this sea salt into the lid because I touched the meat with my gloves, so I don't want to contaminate the salt that's in there. All right, this is going to go in the refrigerator, just sort of hang out, absorb some flavor while we move on to making our sauce and our mashed potatoes. All right, for our lemon balsamic caper sauce, you pretty much heard the ingredients. Some sort of lemon, balsamic vinegar, and capers. Now the lemon flavor in this is coming from lemongrass, very aromatic, very fragrant. And we're just going to, using the microplane, grate in maybe a teaspoon or so. And that's a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar that we're adding this to. A little bit more here. Really smells good. To this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of drained capers. Now I'm going to take this to the stove, put it in a small saucepan, and heat it for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes on a low heat, just to sort of bring those flavors together, maybe reduce it a little bit. Okay, so what I have here are 6 russet potatoes, medium size, that I peeled, quartered, and boiled. We are ready to mash these and get our seasoning and other ingredients in. So let's just go ahead and start breaking them down. All right, that's a good start. Now we're going to add 6 tablespoons of butter. This is an unsalted butter. I'm also going to add 1/2 cup of half and half. Now this can be adjusted depending on how creamy or chunky you like your mashed potatoes. Usually I like mine a little more rustic, but I'm going for a little bit smoother consistency today. And I'm just going to continue mashing these right now. Get that half and half and butter all mixed in. Switch over to a wooden spoon here. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of a coarsely ground black pepper. These seasoning amounts really can be adjusted to your own taste. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of prepared horseradish. And we're going to mix again. Now at this point, if you wanted, like cheese, you could add some Parmesan cheese, anything you want like that. I will be tasting this and adjusting for salt and pepper in a minute, but I can really get a hit of that horseradish already. Finally, I'm gonna mix in about 2 tablespoons of diced chives. All right, let's get a taste here. See how we're doing. Nice kick from that horseradish. A little bit more salt. Maybe another 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix that up. Fresh spoon. All right, these are looking good. I'm gonna put a cover on these. And we're gonna go outside, fire up the grill, get those steaks done. But I'm not gonna do a lot of yakking. Those are not going to take very long to cook. And I definitely want to avoid overcooking them. So I'm just gonna put some music on for everybody to listen to so we can grill up some steaks. All right, here is one of our Wagyu Flat Iron Steaks from Wodagyu. Remember, if you're interested in any of those cuts of meat, just go down to the video description. There'll be a link there and a coupon code. Like I said, I've never had a bad piece of meat that they've sent me. It's just really wonderful. Now, I hope I didn't overshoot this a little bit. I like this rare, medium rare. But on a flat iron, you know, you've got a taper here. So this end is gonna be more well done than this, but it's gonna taste great no matter what. So I'm gonna make some slices here and then we're gonna plate this up with our mashed potatoes and our lemon balsamic caper sauce. Let's go right here. Oh yeah, that looks just the way I want it. Oh, that is looking good. Look at that. Oh. I don't think I overshot this. I think I got it just where I wanted it. Even down here, closer to that tapered thin end, it's still a nice medium rare. All right, I am going to plate this up now with some of those mashed potatoes on our sauce because it is time to taste. All right, let's start getting some of our potatoes on here first. Really smell that horseradish. Put our Wagyu flat iron right here. And I'm just gonna take some of this lemon balsamic caper sauce and I'm gonna put it sort of on the side here. Maybe I'll drizzle a little bit on the potatoes. I already said it's time to taste, right? So I can just dig in. So I cut a few pieces here. And should I go potatoes first or steak first? I'll go potatoes first. I love horseradish with beef and horseradish with potatoes next to beef. That's the next best thing. Now, let's get some of this Wagyu flat iron. Here we go. Oh man, wow, that's really good. Salt and pepper, a little bit of butter out there on the Arteflame Griddle. Oh, this flavor on this is just amazing. Oh, it really has sort of a beefy, buttery consistency. And I don't mean buttery because we added butter. I mean buttery because it is just so tender. It has that dissolving quality when you get it in your mouth. Oh. All right, I'm gonna try a little bit of the Lemon Balsamic Caper Sauce. Let's see. Really nice kind of sweet tang from that. Totally don't need it, but if you're someone who wants a little extra flavor, even on Wagyu, this is a good thing. Gotta try some potatoes with a piece of steak. Let's see. There's nothing more comfort food than steak and potatoes, and obviously this is a little bit higher level than what everybody's used to eating. I mean, I don't eat this all the time either, but it's a really nice treat. And like I said, this is a great thing for a special occasion. You're making dinner for someone special, or maybe just for yourself and you want a great steak, this is the one to go for. So we did about a 10-minute cook out on the Arteflame Griddle, prepared our potatoes and everything ahead of time, our sauce, and I gotta tell you, all that little extra preparation is worth it because those 10 minutes cooking this steak took it to the perfect level. This is one of those meals you do not forget.